Yasharallah.
Kwame Yasharallah.
Kwame Yasharallah.
Kwame Yasharallah.
Kwame Yasharallah.
Kwame Yasharallah.
I want to give all praises and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, right? And we're going to go ahead and edify this brother a little bit more, right? Can you give me the book of Sirach, chapter 19?
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 19, verse number 20.
Bring it out.
The fear of the Lord is all wisdom.
The fear of what?
The fear of the Lord is all wisdom.
Right, brother. So the fear, like the brother was bringing out, the fear of the Lord that's how you're gonna get that wisdom, right? By fearing the Lord, right? That's the wisdom that you're supposed to have. Is by fearing the Lord, right? Read.
And in all wisdom is the performance of the law.
Right.
And the knowledge of his omnipotency.
Right. So the Lord is all power, right? He's the highest power that there is, right? And fearing the Lord and having that wisdom is keeping his laws.
Right. Yeah.
By keeping his laws, statutes, and commandments, that's how you show that you fear the Most High God, right? Right. That's the way that you fear the Most High God. Can you give me the book of Proverbs, chapter 8, and verse number 13?
The book of Proverbs, chapter 8, and verse number 13.
Bring it out. Bring it out.
The fear of the Lord is to hate evil.
It's the what?
It's to hate evil.
Right, so you gotta hate anything that is considered evil in order to fear the Most High God, right? Anything that's considered evil will be going against the Most High God's will, which is keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, being an Israelite, right? Go ahead and finish up.
Pride and arrogancy,
Right,
and the evil way,
right.
and the froward mouth,
And the what?
And the forward mouth.
Read.
do I hate.
Do I what?
Do I hate.
So the Most High God does hate, right? And you gotta hate the same things that the Most High God hates, right? Which is evilness. All types of evilness that's gonna come your way, whether it be people that you know, whether it be like family, things of that nature. You gotta hate all these different types of things because that's gonna go against the will of the Most High God, right? Right? So you can't let other people, take you away from the Most High God. You gotta have that wisdom to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments. And like the brother was teaching you, you would be an Israelite, king. So being an Israelite, you gotta come to his laws and statutes and commandments, and you gotta learn these things and hearken on these things, so that you can make it into the kingdom of God. So you can make it into the kingdom.
Yeah. Let me get this piece up there.
Come on, you can bring that out, please.
This is the book of Deuteronomy 4, verse 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments,
Right?
even as the Lord my God commanded me,
Right.
that ye should do so in the land whether ye go to possess it.
Right?
Keep therefore and do them.
Keep for what?
Keep therefore and do them.
Right. You gotta keep therefore and do these laws, right?
Right? For this is your wisdom and your understanding.
This is your what?
This is your wisdom and your understanding.
Right.
In the sight of the nations.
Right. So in the sight of the nations, in the sight of all these other nations, your wisdom and your understanding will be you keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God.
So what you're essentially saying is we are set aside, we have a chosen land, we have a chosen nation, but just because it's handed to us does not mean it cannot be taken away, and it has been taken away, and we need to get back to that and understand the laws and keep the laws in order to maintain that land that was promised to us.
That's right.
And will be wiser than all the other nations.
Go ahead and bring it out.
Okay.
The book of Sirach, chapter 12, verse 5.
Bring it out.
Do well unto him that is lowly,
Right?
but give not to the ungodly.
Give not what?
Give not to the ungodly.
Right. You don't want to give to the ungodly. You don't want to give to the people that are whether not of your nation or the people that are going against what the Most High God has said for you to do. Read.
Hold back thy bread,
Right?
and give it not unto him, lest he overmasters thee thereby.
Right?
For else thou shalt receive twice as much evil.
Twice as what?
Twice as much evil.
Right.
For all the good that thou shalt have done.
Right. So you want to keep on continuing to do those good things. And those good things is keeping the law, statutes, and commandments and the ordinances of the Lord, right? You got feast days that you're supposed to keep. There's today's the Sabbath day. You're supposed to be keeping the Sabbath day. There's things that you're not supposed to do on the Sabbath day. There's things that you're supposed to do on the Sabbath day, right? So you want to keep all these
Yeah, you
things.
have to make the Sabbath day holy. Like Sunday.
Exactly.
Maybe I got it wrong. Maybe it is Saturday, right?
No,
it is Saturday.
It would be
So,
Saturday.
I usually do it on Sunday because that's what I was taught. But now I've been
Sunday-
re-taught.
Sabbath day means what? The seventh day, right?
Yeah.
So what day is the seventh day of the week? If you look on your, if you got a phone, right?
Yeah.
If you look on your calendar, what's the first day on your calendars? Go ahead, let's go and look
Don't
at it.
break my brain more than you serious? Well, my girlfriend's freaking out. She's like, I'm fine. Hold on, stand by. Just come over here and Satan, get out of my phone. You are distracted.
All praises to the Most High.
God, all praise to the most. That's that spirit, man.
Okay, let's see. So you said look at the first day
First day. Look at your calendar. What's the first day? Huh?
of this month. It's Tuesday.
No. The first day of the week. So you got an iPhone? No. What's this? This is the week.
Yeah.
So what's the first day of the week?
Monday.
No. You're looking at it right now.
Oh, Sunday. We got it all fucking back.
Yeah. Exactly. King.
What the fuck?
So
Wait a minute, I never
Sunday-
noticed that. Y'all
Sunday
can't do
would be-
this to
right,
me.
right. So Sunday would be the
It's the
first
first day of the week.
Exactly.
Which means Saturday is the last day of the week.
Right.
Which means for the past 1,000 years we've been jacking it all up.
Yep.
And also Monday is the first day of the work week.
Work week.
Work week according to Babylon that we're in
Yes.
right now.
And
That's
so
the first
Saturday
day.
we're supposed to be keeping the Sabbath day holy, which means we've been getting it.
And that's how they
all
keep you.
by
And that's how
design.
they keep us in sin. That's how they keep us in sin. They
Well,
do
it's
these
the
things.
it's a grand design of capitalism, my guy.
Yeah, that's the way that they keep us in sin. And then
Crap.
why do you think most people get paid their paycheck on Friday, right? So you can go out on Saturday and freak off.
So you don't need to keep the Sabbath day holy.
Exactly.
That's why they do it on Friday, because when you get the check on Friday, then on Saturday, oh, we ball, we're going to the strip club.
Yep,
And then
yep.
you're drunk
You're
against the Lord.
Right.
Shut the front fucking door, yo.
Bring that
is
up.
fucking.
Bring that up, dude.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, brother.
And
Bring
then
that
what
up.
they do is that they split up our paychecks to make that shit bi-weekly, so it's even stronger when
Yep.
they get
Yep. Exactly.
The white man's devious.
Yep.
Crafty counsel.
According to the law,
I ain't gotta say,
brother, according to the law, you're supposed to pay a man the same day he worked at sunset.
Right.
Exactly.
According to our law.
But now they call that bullshit per diem,
We gotta-
which is a
yeah.
Latin word and a white man's word anyway.
We got a precept right here. Go ahead and bring that out.
Daniel chapter 7 verse 25.
Bring it out.
And he shall speak great words against the Most High,
Right.
Oh.
and shall wear out the saints,
And what?
And shall wear out the saints.
Right.
Okay.
right, of the Most High,
Right.
and think to change time.
And think to what?
And change to change
So
times.
that's what you were just saying. They think to change times. They're going to tell you that it's Monday through Sunday so they can change it so that you can take your ass to church, right?
And they didn't wanna
give
do it
all your money.
drastically.
They want you to get paid on Friday, right? Go freak off on Saturday. Then after freaking off, go straight to church and then give the rest of your money to the pastor. Right. Now
Yeah,
you
because
broke.
where you're not giving it, that's fucking rich.
Right.
Dude, what the? Sorry for my language. I try not to swear.
Nah,
right?
you're good.
But
Right.
so you go into church and then pay tithes to the church. You're
Right.
not paying to God.
No, you're not.
God puts you here. That's paying.
And then there goes your pastor coming up in a Rolls Royce.
Okay.
See what I'm saying? Because it's off of your money.
Because based on what you guys are saying, God chose us and we are paying him by understanding this knowledge and upholding his law.
Right, that's right, brother.
Money is a man-made
Matter of
and
fact, bring
created
that up.
construct.
Bring that up for me.
So
Bring out Sirach 40.
what the hell?
and
God
26.
doesn't require us to pay any fucking tithes. He just wants us to follow, and we're paying him like by following, right?
Well,
Yeah.
well, King, according to the scriptures, tithe is not monetarily.
Yeah.
It's always of cattle,
Oil, wine,
corn. And,
Okay.
And the only time money was involved is if someone lived at a distance and they had to sell it. And then when they come to the Jerusalem, they would rebuy whatever it is they couldn't travel.
Because we would be sacrificing essential items that we would need to live on a
We're gonna bring
day-to-day
it. We're
basis
gonna bring it. We're gonna bring something
to
out
show
for
the
you
Lord
right
that we
now.
got it.
Bring
Oh.
that. Bring that up.
The book of Sirach, chapter 40, verse 26.
Bring it out.
riches and strength lift up the heart,
right?
but the fear of the Lord is above them both.
Is above what?
Is above them both.
Right. The fear of the Lord is above the riches, right? It's above all of that. It's above the heart, it's above the riches, above everything. The fear of the Lord, right? Read.
There is no want in the fear of the Lord,
Right.
and it needeth not to seek help.
Right.
The fear of the Lord is a fruitful garden,
Right.
and covereth him above all glory.
Right. So it covers you above all glory. The glory of riches. The Lord don't want your money. He don't
No,
need your money.
it's a man-made construct.
Right. There's nothing that the Lord can do when it comes to your money, right?
The Lord doesn't need the man-made construct.
Saying, he's telling him, my son, lead not a beggar's
Yeah,
life.
you can drop that. You can drop
Alright.
that. Go ahead and grab me Sirach 33 and 1.
Yeah.
Sirach 30, because it's gonna go more into how those riches are not fruitful for you, right? Those
They don't
riches
matter.
that the money that you get in does not matter to the Most High. You want to bring that up?
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 33, verse 1.
Bring it out.
There shall no evil happen unto him
Right.
that terroreth the Lord.
Right.
I mean, that feareth the Lord.
Right.
But in temptation, even again, he will deliver him. A wise man hateth not the law, but he that is a hypocrite therein is as a ship in a storm.
Right. You can read that right there. So you don't want to be a hypocrite, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to go against the Most High's laws, right? Especially when it comes to for money, right? So if your job is telling you that you're gonna have to work on the Sabbath day, right? You're gonna tell them what? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Essentially.
lack of a better term.
Essentially.
No, I'm calling no.
Yeah.
That's what I know. It's funny because I'm serious.
Right.
I'm 100% serious because my job was telling me, oh, you got to work on weekends,
Right.
and I'm like,
Right.
you
Exactly.
guys are wrong. You think I need your money? Oh, you're funny.
Exactly.
You're very
Because
funny.
the
I can find a job that can accommodate to what I need for my religious values.
That's right.
You guys need me. I don't need you.
Right.
Okay.
And you need the Lord.
Everyone needs the Lord.
Well, not everybody.
Well, not everybody.
But you do, because you have fear of the Lord now, and you're an Israelite. So with that fear of the Lord and knowing that you're an Israelite, you're supposed to keep His law, statutes, and commandments. So that should be the first thing in your mind, not because you don't want to work on the Sabbath day, because
God told me not to work on the Sabbath day.
Exactly,
I have
right.
fear of that.
Right.
This is a grand design created by the
Go ahead and
Lord
bring
in
that up.
order to test His people to bring them into the home of God.
Right. Exactly.
Okay.
Go ahead and bring-
Okay.
go ahead and
When's the
bring that
next
up.
meeting? I mean, I'm so
Go ahead and bring that up.
Sirach chapter 15, verse 13.
Bring it out.
The Lord hateth all abomination,
Right.
and they that fear God love it not.
Right.
He himself made man from the beginning and left him in the hand of his counsel.
Right.
If thou wilt to keep the commandment,
To what?
to keep the commandment,
Right.
and to perform acceptable faithfulness,
Right.
He hath set fire and water before thee. Stretch forth thy hand until whether thou wilt.
Right. So you gotta go ahead and keep these commandments, right? Just like how the Lord has done things for our nation, right? You gotta do things for the Lord. Right. To be, like the brother said, to be acceptable unto the Most High God.
Well, that's what I said earlier. We got to do our part to show the Lord that we about it. Just because we're chosen doesn't mean we've been hand selected by Him.
Right, exactly.
We got to show that we're worthy enough to be hand selected by Him because we're all human. We are not without sin. Everyone has it.
Well,
Right? God just kind of pushed us off to the side and said, "You're good, but show me what's up."
well, we don't want to categorize ourselves with being just human, right?
Oh,
Because
no, I didn't say we are just human. I said no human is without sin. You're right. Maybe I can move it in a different way. No living entity on this planet, created and designed by God, is 100% without sin.
well, what is sin?
Well,
That's a good question.
shoot. It all depends
According
on
to the Most High God, what is sin? Go ahead and bring that up for me, brother. Give me the book of 1 John 5
Could
and
be
3.
anything, really. Don't you think?
3 or 4, slap it. Because now we have to go into what is sin according to the Most High God. Because you saying that every entity on the earth is in sin, right? But what is sin according to the Most High God?
So, and it goes back to identifying.
Yes. So we're gonna get it for you. We're gonna get it for
Oh,
you.
now I feel smart.
Four. No, 3 and 4. So
So this is the book of 1 John, chapter 3, verse 4.
Bring it out.
Whosoever committeth sin,
Right.
transgresseth also the law.
right?
For sin is the transgression of the law.
For sin is what?
For sin is the transgression of the law.
So what is sin, brother, according to the Most High God?
Transgression of the law.
That's right.
Can anybody sin against the Most High God?
Yeah. Because if they don't follow the laws that are set before us.
Okay, go ahead. What you got?
Or am I ass backwards here?
Watch your mom gonna watch.
Before you bring that out,
Bro, I'm gonna run into my job and
Go to-
knock out my manager just for being like, what the fuck?
No, you gotta be
almost as
a dove and wise as a serpent.
so meek.
What was it? One you gotta show.
Okay.
You got
Y'all are empowering me a little bit.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 15, verse 20.
Bring it out.
He has commanded no man to do wickedly,
Right.
neither has he given any man license to sin.
What? Read that again.
He has commanded no man to do wickedly,
Right.
neither has he given any man license to sin.
Right. He didn't give no man a license to sin. But still, there's a context going into who's that man that the Most High God is referring to. Because the Most High God is not referring to every man as somebody that he's given a license to sin. Right? Go ahead and bring that up.
This is Psalms, the book of Psalms, chapter 147, verse number 19.
Bring it up.
He sheweth his word unto Jacob.
He showed his word to everybody.
He sheweth his word unto
To
Jacob.
the white man.
Unto Jacob.
To the Chinese man.
Unto Jacob.
To the Japanese man.
Unto Jacob.
Right. Read.
His statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
Unto who?
Unto Israel.
So who can sin?
Unto Israel.
Right. So read on.
He hath not dealt so with any nation.
Right.
And as far
As for his law,
his judgments, they have not known them.
Right.
Oh,
Praise ye
So-
the Lord.
so as
because
the
Lord for that,
lines,
the
the
law-
lines didn't change. They just expanded and molded and were given different names. We are still Israelites.
Yes.
And if we are Israelites, we need to be following God's law.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing, right?
The names.
When was the law? When was the law given?
In the beginning of everything.
Right. But when was the law given to the Israelites? And who gave it to the Israelites?
What do you?
Bring that on Deuteronomy 1:1. Now bring that on.
He gave it to Jacob, and then it was given to the Israelites.
Right, but bring that out in Deuteronomy 1:1. We're gonna see when the law was given and who was it given to. Who was it given to?
This poor girl is like 16 messages all over the shit. That's okay. We're gonna keep going.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1, verse 1.
Bring it out.
These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel on this side Jordan in the wilderness.
Right, so this is when the law was given by Moses to all Israel.
Right.
It wasn't given to everybody else.
Right.
The law was given to Israel.
So already, the Lord knew that the population in the world was going to grow. He already knew America was going to exist. He already knew it was going to run its course. He said, "You guys need to run your course for me, all of them."
That's right.
Right? Because the Lord is all knowing and all of that. And he kind of just said, all right, I'm not going to wipe them out because that as an all knowing God is wrong. I'm going to tell my chosen people, get fucking ready.
Right.
This is the way it's about to be.
Right. Bring that on Deuteronomy 6.
Oh.
Bring it
And
on
so
Deuteronomy
this,
7:6.
everything we see around us
this
is
is
a
what-
test for us.
This is
That's
what,
right.
Oh.
This is what the Most High God feels about us, right? We're gonna read what the Most High God thinks about us, right? Go ahead and bring that up.
This is huge. Tell your lady this. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6.
Bring it out.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee
right?
to be a special people
To be a what?
To be a special people
Right?
unto himself
Right?
above all people.
The same.
Above all people.
Right next to.
Above all people
Read.
that are upon the face of the earth.
Now,
Why the hell did nobody pick this up? This is literally A to Z knowledge.
right.
Wait, y'all just y'all laid it out in a way that makes 100% sense.
Right.
And that blows my mind that people are walking up here arguing with y'all. Y'all just went from A to Z with me. I could probably tell a child this, and it would make fucking sense.
Right.
We got frankincense and myrrh scaring white bitches.
All praises to the Most High.
No, that piqued my interest. I was about to be like, oh, this is kind of cool, walk away. But the moment I saw that video, and I'm like standing here, like,
But she's smoking a cigarette.
I'm like, I'm standing directly in this,
Right.
and I'm just watching her choke the fuck out. I'm like, okay, hold on, I gotta figure this out.
So the Most High God said that we are above all
It
nations
says it right
that are
there.
upon the face of the earth.
That is fucking
Right.
crazy.
And being above all nations that are upon the
So
face of the earth,
what
you got a
this
duty.
essentially is what we're saying is that Christianity hasn't been. So when the Lord says, "Follow exactly what I say as I say it," right?
But who's he
We
talking
are
to?
trying to get all of these big interpretations out of it.
Right. But when the Lord said that,
But
who's he talking to?
he's talking to the Israelites.
That's right! That's
So
right.
that makes sense now because it says it right there. And when
Right.
and he says, "Oh, I hold you above all nations." No, because if you read it for what it is, why it is, how it is, it says he holds the Israelites. Are you an Israelite?
Right, exactly.
Oh.
Exactly. Go ahead and bring that up.
I mean, so no, that's it. I think I figured it out.
That's right.
Right. No, we got something else for you right here.
Okay, I really gotta pee and I'm cold and I've got 20 messages now.
No, you good. You good.
I'm about to read what I saw.
Amos chapter 3 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel.
Right, the words that the Lord has spoken against the
Okay.
children of Israel. Read.
Against the whole family,
Right.
which I brought up from the land of Egypt.
Right. So Moses, right, was the one that led the Israelites out of the land of Egypt,
Yeah.
and he spoke those words from the Most High God to the Israelites. Right.
Yeah, so
Us.
people aren't fucking sitting here and understanding that this is Israelite exclusive.
Right.
The Bible is Israelite exclusive.
That's right.
Oh, because if you said that, then he would have said Israelites and
Other people.
or Israelites and the Philistines. Or
Right.
Israelite and this, that, and you get the freaking idea.
That's right, brother.
But he just said one singular tribe, but
Right.
then everybody got it fucking mixed up as time went on because everybody got integrated and spread the fuck out like a game of telephone. And the Lord says it right in this deal.
That's right. Go ahead and, go ahead and
As I
finish that.
say it for what I say. Okay.
He's gonna finish this out. Go ahead and finish
Okay,
that.
Saying, you only have I known,
Right.
of all the families on the earth.
So we're the only ones that he known of all the families, like you just said, on the earth.
Yeah.
Right? Go ahead and finish it.
Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities.
Not for everybody's iniquities.
I will punish you for all your iniquities.
So then this
Iniquities and sin is synonymous.
Yeah.
Right.
So he says, so to roll that back to our earlier conversation, the Lord said, hey, I gave you a damn choice. If you want to mess with that inequity, then I'm going to punish you for it.
Right.
I don't care if the white man kicks you in the shit. If you run up and break his 10 commandments and shoot him without reason, I'm going to punish you.
Right. Well, there's more
But
than
there is self-defense to that.
when it's
you get
more,
the idea. Right?
there's more than 10
Yeah.
commandments. I want to say that as well. There's more than just 10
Yeah,
commandments.
because there's 10. So what I'm starting to gather now is that in the beginning, when Moses led the people out of Egypt, there was a beginning. He didn't just dump all of these laws and transgressions. He said, hey, Moses, give it to him fucking slow. Here's 10. Right? I'm not going to give them all 80. Right? Well, I'm going to send down Jesus Christ, whose hair is made of wool, and I'll give everybody else the rest of the answers to the apostles. Let's start simple.
So I'm gonna bring something up for you, King, because you said, I heard you say the 10 commandments, right?
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna just show you that there's more than just 10 commandments, right?
Of course there are.
This is another commandment that's not part of the 10 commandments that we learned in Christianity, right? Want to bring that up?
Leviticus 11 verse 7.
Right?
And the swine,
And the what?
And the swine.
You know what swine is, right? Right? Read.
though he divide the hook,
Right?
and be cloven footed,
Right?
yet he cheweth not the cud.
So he doesn't chew up the cud, right? Read.
He is unclean to you.
He is what?
He is unclean to you.
Read.
Of their flesh shall ye not eat.
Right.
I already don't eat pork. It's a scavenger animal. I work around it.
Hey, all praises to the Most High.
Yeah, dude, like I used to work on a farm and I've seen what pigs do, right? We used to feed total like corpses to the damn pigs. And so the moment I saw it like eat, no, I'm serious. I'm so serious because you know, you have chickens that pass away, you got stuff like that.
Right.
And what we would do is we would just reuse the animal. I'm not gonna go out and buy 40 pounds of seed when I can just throw the fucking pieces of the chicken in there and I watch those fuckers eat it up. I watch them eat each other.
Yeah.
And so I'm watching that, I'm like, I'm not fucking eating that.
Yeah, right, exactly.
I stopped eating pork.
And the Most High God said right here that you're not supposed to eat the pork because it's unclean unto you, right?
It
it's
ate
an
a bunch of
abominable animal that you're not supposed to be eating.
And a lot of people go, well, I love pork. And I say, you understand that thing would totally eat a Sprite can, and now you just fucking are chewing on it.
Yep.
You're eating Sprite can, bro.
And you can't, and like you just said,
Eating a dead chicken.
Yeah, you're eating dead chicken. You're eating Sprite can. You're
like
eating
you
shit.
just said,
Right? Literal
People would
feces.
say-
It will eat feces.
people will say that they love eating pork, right?
Yeah.
Now, you can't be an Israelite and say, I love eating pork when the Most High God said not
Because
to
you're
do
not
that.
following the transgressions of the laws of the Lord. So
Exactly.
why do you think you would be a part of his kingdom if you're not willing to follow the laws of his kingdom?
That's
You're
right.
Cast out and executed.
That's right.
Oh, well, sorry, I'm hardcore, bro. I was in the army for 5 years.
It's understandable. It's understandable.
Yeah.
Right. So keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments is the main thing that you want to do, right? Being an Israelite, right? Because, like we said, that's the wisdom of the Most High. Is you keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments, you know, for yourself and to yourself. That way, you can, you know, obtain the kingdom of heaven, right? Now,
Oh, sorry, that just kind of landed there.
and then another thing too, right? Is, well, matter of fact, we're gonna bring that out first.
Then
Revelation chapter 14, verse 12.
Bring it out.
Here is the patience of the saints.
Here's the what?
Here's the patience of the saints.
Read.
Here are they that keep the commandments of God.
Here, what?
They are they that keep the commandments of
The
God.
patience of the saints is the ones that keep the commandments of God, right? That don't go against it. That's not in transgression of his commandments. They actually
Wait,
keep them and
repeat
do
that
it.
line one more.
wanna
The whole line one more
You want
time.
to repeat that?
In one long string.
Here is the patience of the saints.
Right?
Here are they that keep the commandments of God.
Right?
And
So
the,
doesn't this also doesn't this also essentially mean that I, as long as I keep the commandments of God, would not anger any other individual that coincides and are saints that follow the word of God?
Correct.
So essentially, that means the saints, i.e., Moses, I will be patient with you because you follow God. And I know it was just a mistake. There's a deeper meaning with that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, keep
Finish
going.
that. No, we're going to finish it out.
verse
Sorry.
13.
Now, you good, King?
And I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, Right, blessed are the dead which die in the Lord from henceforth.
Right?
Yes, save the Spirit, that they may rest from their labors,
Right?
and their works do follow them.
Right?
And I looked,
Yes, ma'am.
and behold, a white cloud, and upon the cloud one sat like unto the Son of Man, having on
You're going off. Right? Brother got a call, right? But, you know, Lord willing, you know, the brother's arcing in onto everything that's being said. You know what I mean? And he's going to actually keep the law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord.
call you back
and have
and I'll
that
be over
fear of
there.
the Lord, right? Because without that
All
fear
right,
of the
I love
Lord,
that.
you know, there's no way that you can actually gain the kingdom of heaven, right?
You wanna know what's really funny, just to validate our entire conversation here?
What's that, King?
So my girlfriend said she was gonna come down here. She stopped, and God said we shouldn't be putting shit in our bodies that we're not supposed to be putting in, like tobacco, smoke, stuff like that, right?
Right?
She just hit a freaking vape, and now she's stuck in the fucking toilet.
What kind of vape was that?
I don't know.
Wow, that was a vape.
But
from
you
the
see
Most
how the
High God.
devil be holding people back.
Right.
Ah.
Right.
And now she's asking me to come save her.
What is the
Just don't go believe her just because she said that.
what is the
No. You do
What-
not want to know what I heard through the phone. It sounded quite diabolical.
what nationality is there?
She's a Latina.
a Latina. Okay.
Yeah, she's from Laos and she's Latina.
Laos meaning
Like loud.
Asia.
From Laos.
like Asian. Is that her father?
No, come on.
Her mom? But,
Father's Latina.
Okay, come on.
Latino.
So she would be an Israelite according to
Yeah, she's golden.
Okay, come on. That's She's on the golden toilet right now. That's what we're
Good.
You know that she is.
I don't gotta go running back inside and be like, get out. I would never.
Right.
So, you know how that would suck though. Like, low key, if I came back in and be like, yes, so you know, just walk in with a piece of paper.
Right.
Just looking at her. Hey, babe, 3 years down the toilet
So-
because you are
Not on this list.
not on this fucking list. Okay, goodbye.
So where you say that you're from again?
I'm 50% Congolese, I'm Puerto Rican, and Irish.
So what would your father be?
My father would be Congolese.
Congolese, right?
Yeah.
So he comes from the Congo.
Yes.
Right. So would you say that your father, because you don't know what tribe your father was?
Well, you named me Abdul Shakur, so I think it's pretty close to somewhere.
Right. Well, we're not gonna go based off of the name that he gave you, but we're gonna say like if you knew what tribe your father came from, that would be more well
Helpful.
the region would be the Congolese, but we know that the people in the Congo or people from the Congolese, a lot of Israelites are in that province, right? So you know, because your spirit is bearing witness, you know, 9 times out of 10 we can say that you're an Israelite based off of that because your spirit is bearing witness, right? If you was a Hamite, your spirit wouldn't be bearing witness right now, and you rebuking us and telling us something different. You know what I'm saying? Like that, like that white girl, right?
That was the funniest shit ever. She went, smoke, this hits her. I was like,
exactly.
that actually got me.
Right.
And then that other dude, freaking, what the, are you good, my brother? In Christ. What is he running from? Oh, he's running from the bus. I thought he was running from her. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, that would be
But yeah,
bad.
then that one dude came across the street, freaked the F out, and then almost got hit by a bus. And for what?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
From Rhode Island.
huh?
You're not from Rhode Island.
No, I'm originally from the south side of Chicago. I moved over here 2 years ago.
So you live in Rhode Island now?
Yeah.
Right. All right. Right. Now we need brothers like you around. Right. Exactly. That's what I was going to go to. We need brothers like you around, right? Doing the works of the Most High that we do right here, right? You already say you don't work on the weekend already, so you say you don't eat pork, right?
No.
There's other things, but there's other things that you got to do according to the Most High God. Bring out the book of Numbers, chapter 38 and 15. No, 15 to 38. 15 to 38. Salakia.
This is the book of Numbers,
Oh, he got it.
chapter 15, verse 38.
So this is another commandment that the children of Israel have to keep according to the Most High God, right?
Okay.
Read.
Speak unto the children of Israel and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generation,
Right?
and that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
Right. So this is an ordinance that Salakia, that the Most High God has given to us, right? Now, what do you see that all these brothers up
Oh,
here?
I've been sneak peeking.
Yeah, you see that all the brothers up here have fringes on with the border of blue, right? Right. So that's another ordinance that the Most High God has given to us, so that we have to keep, right? So being an Israelite, that's something that you have to wear throughout your generations, right?
Okay.
So that's something that you gotta wear every single day, right? So what we're gonna do today, right, is we're gonna give you some fringes today, right?
Okay.
And then most high willing, you keep these fringes on throughout your generations. And then these are another thing that you can wear as well, which would be the these are called zizis, right? In today's time, they would call them zizis. So these are another thing that you're supposed to wear today. So we're gonna give you some fringes today, right? These are fringes on a shirt that you can wear throughout your time, right? And of course, we wouldn't want you to wear the same shirt every day, brother. Of course not. But this is something that you can wear in the meantime, and then you can go out and get yourself some more fringes, right? Yeah, you can order them on Amazon, things of that nature, right? Brothers can hook you up with a website.
Okay.
It's gonna
Besides you,
I'm a medium.
the medium,
They all have to work.
all the XLs.
y'all XLs, bro.
I
You
don't
know,
mind.
yeah, throw
Yeah,
that
that's
thing
nice.
on, right?
You know
And
what?
then you could be keeping
You want to know what's funny? I feel like that this is a small reward because I have been freezing. And the Lord finally heard my internal freaking screams
right,
and said, "Here, get this brother a shirt."
right.
Put on an extra layer,
We'll
child.
turn it around. It's backwards. Got it. Yep. Got it.
Actually, this is really nice.
That's fire.
Right. And see, now you're gonna be keeping the law, statutes, and commandments right there, and then there's more laws that you can keep on, learning as you read from the book of Genesis to the book of Deuteronomy, right? So when you read from the book of Genesis to the book of Deuteronomy, you'll learn all the laws that you're supposed to be keeping, right? All the things that you're supposed to be keeping according to the Most High God. Let's give the brother a round of applause.
God!
Brother got a Bible, brother got fringes on. Give this brother a round of applause, right?
All praise to the Most High.
Are you good?
Right? And then
It's only game.
so we're gonna bring out something else too, so we can break that stronghold. So I know before hearing about us, you probably thought that anybody could be saved.
No,
No?
no, not.
Who did you think that could be saved?
So, I
Who do you
actually
think
really,
that-
I really don't like it when people say, "Oh, anybody can just be saved," right? No, I do believe you have to follow the laws and the transgressions of God. I
Not the
do believe
transgressions. You don't
there
want
are.
to transgress against.
No, yeah, sorry, yeah.
No, you good.
The laws and commandments of God. I do believe there are several unforgivable sins that the Lord has stated inside of the Bible. I have a Bible at the house. This is going to be like my first point, but that's okay. I don't mind accepting it.
Give it to your girlfriend.
She can read it.
Yeah.
I'll be like, here, stop touching my hardcover.
Yeah.
No. But for example, like I highly doubt freaking Hitler if he just sat there. I believe in God. Ends up in heaven. Not everybody can be saved, right? Not everybody can be saved. Absolutely not.
So we're gonna touch on real quick who Christ came for, right? We're gonna touch on real quick who Christ came for.
He came for the Israelites. He didn't come, now that I get it, he didn't,
Well,
he didn't come for nobody else but the
We're
Israelites.
gonna show you that because you got some people that will bring out things like John 3:16 and without
For God so loved the world, he gave his one and only
right.
son.
So without the understanding, right? So
Yeah, God loved the world, and the world, his world, is the Israelite nation.
That's right!
Yo,
It makes
let's bring
sense
that up.
now. Like, you guys connected some
Right.
serious,
Bring out
like,
Isaiah.
12-year
Bring out,
dots just
first,
now.
Bring out Isaiah.
I was a
45
hardcore
and 17.
Baptist. Now I'm thinking about, let's talk more later.
We don't exactly what you just said. We're gonna bring that out in the scripture right now. We're going to bring that up when you get through.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 45, verse 17.
Bring it out!
But Israel shall be saved.
But who?
But Israel shall be saved
In the Lord with an everlasting salvation.
Right? Everlasting salvation. Read.
Ye
shall not be ashamed nor confounded. World without end.
What without end?
World without end.
What is that world that they talk about in John 3:16?
World without end.
Right. That's the world without end that they're talking about. It's the world of Israel, like you just said, right?
It also states clearly in Revelations that when the Lord returns, he's coming back to Israel.
Right.
He's not coming back to America.
No.
America is the modern day Golgotha.
Well, Babylon.
Babylon, Golgotha, Sodom and Gomorrah.
Sodom and
Same
Gomorrah.
thing.
Yeah, come on.
Golgotha is kind of like
They all that wrapped
You
in
get
one.
the idea.
Like a big burrito of sin. That's what they That's what they are. They just all wrapped in one. They're Sodom and Gomorrah. They're
Okay.
Egypt. They're,
Is something.
they're,
I'm gonna come back to that.
they're all of that, right? They're all of that under the sun, right?
Okay, I'm on 35 text messages.
You want that,
I got
bring
it.
out-
Like,
Bring out
oh, my phone's dead too. Okay, yeah. Unless if I don't want to get like destroyed.
I will be back. The only one that can destroy you is the Most High God.
Exactly.
So keep those law, statutes, and commandments, and you won't be destroyed.
Well, I'll probably
They never give you power unto a woman.
I'm gonna be real. I love her to death, and she's a little bit nuts. So unless I want to be walking into God's kingdom tonight,
Hey brother, check out that flyer, check out our YouTube channel, and come and give me those soon.
yeah, dude, I live like literally. You see where the clock is at? I'm just literally sprinting up the street and tell her, hey.
The whole world.
We out here every Saturday at 2 o'clock.
Love that. No, she ain't touching it.
She don't love it.
She wants one. If she wants one, she can come over here.
You hear me, King? We out here every Saturday at 2 o'clock, right?
Okay.
So come and congregate with the brothers, right? And get edified more. All right, then, King, you have a good day.
All right, catch you later.
All right, brother. And next time, King, we're gonna have some hand warmers so you can stay out here warmer.
Right.
I ain't worried about all that. I was willing to stand out here cold or not.
Right.
Not on our watch. Not on our watch.
Hey, man. All is good in the light of the Lord.
All praise to the Most High.
I'm sorry, brother. Hey, I'll catch you later.
All right, brother. Take care.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 6, verse 2. That thou mightest fear the Lord thy God.
What?
That thou mightest fear the Lord thy God.
Right?
To keep all his statutes and his commandments.
Right?
Which I command thee, thou and thy son.
Right.
And thy son's son.
Right.
All the days of thy life.
Right?
And that thy days may be prolonged.
Right. You dropped that right there. So, Most High willing, that brother is going to have the fear of the Most High God.
Right.
And he's going to keep the law, statutes, and commandments all the days of his life. And he's going to teach it to his woman as well, because she is an Israelite, to keep these law, statutes, and commandments. Lord willing, the brother comes back out here and he congregates with his fellow Israelites, right? You give me the book of Leviticus, chapter 26, 25, and verse 17.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 25, verse 17.
Bring it out.
Ye shall not therefore oppress one another.
You should what?
Ye shall not therefore oppress one another.
Read.
But thou shalt fear thy God.
But thou shalt what?
But thou shalt fear thy God.
Right, so we didn't oppress the brother, right, because he didn't know that he was an Israelite, that he didn't know that he was supposed to be keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. We did exactly what the Most High has said for us to do, which was to teach him the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God, right, so that he can keep all the ordinances of the Most High God. Read.
For I am Lord your God.
Right.
Wherefore ye shall do my statutes,
right,
and keep my judgments,
right,
and do them,
right, and what?
And do them.
Right, so Most High willing, that brother does everything that the Most High, you know, choose onto him, because he's an Israelite.
Right.
He got to keep the ordinance of the Most High God, right? But you can drop that, King. You can bring that up.
Psalms, chapter 111, and verse number 10.
Bring it out.
The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom.
The fear of the what?
The fear of the Lord
is the beginning of wisdom.
Like we brought out to that brother, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, right? And he had that fear of the Lord. He was getting text messages, calls, all types of things, spiritual witness trying to bring him away from the Most High God.
Right.
Everything that we was trying to bring out to him, he ignored all that. And that's the wisdom that brother had.
Right.
Because he knows that the fear of the Most High is better than the fear that he has of that woman that keeps hitting him up to come back home.
Right.
Right? You can finish that.
A good understanding have all they that do his commandments.
Right.
His praise endures forever.
Right? So that brother had a good understanding, right? And he put on that t-shirt with them fringes on, and that was that good understanding that the brother got, right? To keep the law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord. You're going to bring that up, brother.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 33, verse 17. Bring it out.
Verse number 7.
Verse number 7.
Bring it out.
So thou, O son of man,
Right?
I have set thee a watchman unto the house of Israel.
What are we?
I have set thee a watchman unto the house of Israel.
Right, we watchmen of Israel, over the house of Israel. And that's what we did for that brother and every other person that came up today that we taught through the Spirit, right? Read.
Therefore thou shalt hear the word at my mouth,
Right?
and warn them from me.
And do what?
And warn them from me.
And that's what we out here to do. We out here to warn our people of their transgressions against the Most High God and have them come back to being to knowing that they are Israelites and that they're supposed to be keeping the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High God and having that fear of the Most High God, and that is the beginning of wisdom. But with that, I want to say, Kwame Asharallah.
Kwame Asharallah.
Kwame Asharallah.
Kwame Asharallah.
Kwame Asharallah.
Kwame Asharallah.
All praise to the Most High God.
Hey, said I want come test me. Pick two rap with a sling, might lick off and met like a man from Jesse. Heard that they talking that big talk, lip off, which God, listen, don't vex me. I'ma stand for the Father perpetually, definitely big man, don't get chesty. Any weapon they form, don't stress me. Hey, I'm an Israelite child, no destiny. Separated, he chose and select me. In his rain, he clothed and he dressed me. Look without him, my soul will be empty. To the Lord of the hosts, I confess thee. I don't do this for sport or for trendies. Disrespect it'll only get messy. Yeah, they can never take hold of my faith. I'ma stand with my sword at the gate. Holiness to the Lord on the plate. See, your idols ain't holding no weight. I ain't here trying to hold no debate. See, my God ain't no soul to replace. Disrespecting and stone in your face. Look, you must be a fool to